Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Sam from the Soul of Stella and I'm coming to you with another pick a card reading today. This is all about what is owed to you. But first, before we get into this, because it is such a different topic, I just wanted to say a little prayer with you all just to clarify with Spirit exactly what we're asking, and so that we're coming into this with the right kind of mindset, because I don't want to read, and I in fact refuse to read for people who are manipulative or drains on purpose to other people. Someone that is stalking someone else, someone that is trying to claim what isn't theirs. So today, Spirit, we ask that we claim the messages that are meant for our best and highest good when it comes to what is owed to us, so that we can understand the moves that we need to make next. We understand that we have free will to change anything, our behavior, our thinking, anything to do with us, but we cannot change other people. We can change our path, but we cannot change the way other people interact with us, just the energy that we put out. And so when we're talking about what is owed to us, Spirit, please help us to come from a humble position and to have the wisdom to discern when we need to be coming from a place of compassion and when we need to be coming from a place of assertiveness, so that we can live a balanced life in grace. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's get into it. We've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I've got the story dice on each of these. So pile 1, you actually have the fireworks. Pile 2, you have a magnifying glass. And pile 3, you have a rain cloud. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pile number 1, if you chose the fireworks story dice, this is your reading. And if you skipped the intro, I just want to reiterate that we're coming from a place of in curiosity. We're coming from a place of inquiring about what could possibly be coming forward for us, what is owed to us, so that we can make our next move. Just like a heads up, which all my readings are, but I just thought this was an interesting topic. So we're going to dive into it, but coming from a place of grace and understanding and discerning what is best for our highest good. All right. So first of all, I've pre-shuffled some cards. We're going to go love, money, life, but I got the story dice out, and you having this fireworks here, I feel like you're due some excitement in your life. And I just heard someone say, "Oh, goddamn, Sam, you're a poet and you know it." Yeah, someone's just like, "Oh, absolutely," and they're like slouching in their chair, like, "Yeah, I need some excitement." I feel you. So I do feel like this might have a lot to do with love, because this excitement, this fireworks, is giving me like butterflies as well, like butterflies in my tummy kind of feeling. But let's see what you are due in love. We have the Bend card. In money or career, we have I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. Okay. And in life, we've got the tea tree energy. All right, so let's get some clarification. Let's start with love. With this Bend energy, I feel like you're due things to lean in your direction. You're due for things to start bending to your will. And I feel like you may have been manifesting something when it comes to love, and you've just been waiting for, I'm hearing like the stars to align so that you can come into union with someone or back into union with someone. You're waiting to turn a corner here, and your love life might have been really stagnant. You may have been in separation with someone. There's something about the color of this card as well that's just giving me like patiently waiting in a cafe kind of vibe. So maybe you've been stood up a few times. I'm sorry for laughing, but that's just the vibe just gave me a weird image of you sitting there staring into your coffee cup, and can relate. Maybe you've been ghosted. There's just something very like, not bland, but there's a waiting kind of energy with this color for me. Something's just been so neutral for so long, and this is where the fireworks, you're like, come on, can I get some sparks flying here? Maybe people you've been meeting, either they haven't shown up physically or like emotionally haven't shown up for you either, or they've just not been your type of people. Like maybe there's some kind of online thing and then you meet up with someone and you're just like, really? Like you're nothing like what I expected. There's something that's, that needs to bend to your will. Okay, let's get some more information. Pile number 1, what are they owed in love, please? Pile number 1, what are they owed in love? Yeah, you're owed some emotional fulfillment, definitely. You're owed those plans that you have for yourself to start taking fruition as well, start taking shape. You know all this. The plan that you've had, or the blueprint that you came to this world to like enjoy. You're like, come on, when is it coming? I've known all along I'm meant to have some great big love. Where is it? There's something very blueprinty about this. Like you know the contract that you were meant to live out in love in this lifetime. You may be an empath with this Queen of Cups, and you're just waiting for I'm hearing like the water to rise, right? The water to rise. And when the water rises, you're actually going to like be able to pick up the fish. You don't even have to go fishing. The fish is going to like jump into your lap, basically. You may have been really like someone who's been really compassionate and caring and nurturing in love. And see, there's an online connection as well with this High Priestess and her laptop out. And she looks like she's waiting. Do you know what? For the first time ever looking at this card, I feel like she's sitting there waiting on the loo. If you're not Australian and you don't use that word, just Google it. But she's on her throne. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe, okay. I'm okay. Wow. My spirit guides are really, they're acting up. One of them is my grandma, and she has the funniest sense of humor ever. I miss her dearly, but I feel like the options you have had in love have been that color. Do you know what that color says? They've been that emoji, smiling emoji, the poopy emoji, right? You've had some poopy options. And you need some balance with this situation. You need a higher love. You need a more abundant love. You need a love that has no secrets. Whew. It just got heavy real quickly. You need a love that has no secrets. I feel like you've really been dealing with someone who was coming and going like the tide. I just heard coming and going like the tide, and you just don't know what would wash up sometimes. It's almost like a sense of walking through the door and you're like walking on eggshells, or literal pebbles. You know, when the beach is quite pebbly and it hurts your feet. You're just not sure what you're going to walk on. Are you going to tread on a puffer fish? Like there's some poisonous kind of fish in the sea out there, and you're really sick of that. I feel like perhaps you've been, because there's 2 references to online with the phone and the laptop. I feel like you have been waiting so patiently, and you've been sifting through the sands of time trying to find your treasure. You're trying to find your counterpart, your King Neptune, and the best possible traits of King Neptune as well. And this again, the 7 of Pentacles is all about like waiting your turn. So you've waited long enough. And so let's find out, Spirit, can we get a time? Judgment. Interesting. I think this is just around the corner for you. I feel like you know, with this High Priestess, that all of this patience is paying off. And all of these crappy options one of them will flourish. Because what actually nurtures a plant to grow, it's often like we've got, I don't know if you have it in wherever you from, but there's manure, right? There's manure that helps a plant to grow, and there's blood and bone that helps a plant to grow, and there's sunlight. And I feel like your sunlight is just around the corner. And she's got a bit of an attitude. She's looking at the seeds that she's sown so far, and take like the she as just energy, not as gender. But I feel like the seeds she has sown so far have not come to thriving plant life abundance, right? But you know that if you keep watering it, and this is watering your heart, that you know there's divine guidance, you know there's divine timing at play here, and something is going to be, there may be like a situation, if you're already in a relationship, having a rebirth, or we are coming into a strong Mercury retrograde phase, or there may be someone coming, like I'm hearing, like back from the dead, and I'm talking like someone that perhaps ghosted you, back to that energy of feeling abandoned and like waiting in a cafe. I feel like someone you've been waiting on, or even like unconsciously waiting on. You may have given up in your mind, but in your heart, or your your inner knowing has always thought, well, I thought we were like the twin flames or soulmates. There's that kind of vibe coming through. And I feel like judgment is saying, I've used my discernment to give compassionately, right? Like the prayer we said at the beginning. I've used my discernment wisely, and I have given my fair share. And now it's my turn to have the divine plan that I know is owed to me to come to me. Yeah, I feel like this is really not that far away. And you may have actually been waiting, I'm hearing like a year and a half for something like this to actually play out. Let's get some advice on this love situation. And we want humble advice. And this is why I actually chose this deck. It's the Green Witch Oracle. And it's all about gardens and plants. And that's ideal given what we're talking about here. But I think this deck really is going to give us humble advice, because we don't want to go into what is owed to me from a grabby place. We want to come into it with I'm going to keep paying it forward, because I stand in my knowing that what is owed to me is on its way to me, and I'm taking the steps, meaning I'm doing the manifestations, I'm putting in the actions, not just the words. I'm aligning my heart and my mind so that I can attract to me that which I agreed to be bonded with when I incarnated into this life. So I just feel like there's a humble advice that's going to come from these cards, and advice about like, okay, how do I attract it sooner? What do I need to be focused on? So pile number one, what do they need to be focused on to attract this love that is owed to them into their reality? Taking it from the 5D into the 3D. Wow. Attraction. Literally pansy. Okay, there's also something here. This is card number 34, the pansy. Attraction. And you've got this pendulum. Things are about to bend in your direction, right? If you think of a pendulum, and sometimes it can go in a circle. It's like, I think things have been going counterclockwise for you for a long time, and it's finally going to sway my way. I just heard, sway my way. If you're a 90s child, you'll remember the original of that, which was so good. Anyway, the quote on the back says, in gardens, beauty is a byproduct. The main business is sex and death. You may have been engaging, and take this how it resonates, you may have been engaging in just lower level, and I don't mean to like reduce physical attraction to a lower level, but I do feel in your case you've wanted a higher love. Like I mentioned before, you've wanted deep, intimate connection with someone, and you've hoped for that, right? You've hoped for that with this Two of Wands. And perhaps you've made plans with someone, and the talking stage online has been great, and perhaps you catch feels really quickly, and when you've met up in person, you've become intimate with these people and the main business of sex and death, but it's actually lacked the beauty every single time, and these people have either left you waiting, they've come and gone like the tide, they've treated you like an option, and you're waiting for someone to turn the corner and run into you and just like tidal wave you with beauty, the true beauty of love. Make sure that you are staying in that aligned place of knowing your worth. This attraction energy is really giving me, don't settle for less. Don't quit now. Don't settle for 75% of your order when you've asked for 100%, right? The 3 and the 4 is a 7. And it's talking about options, and we've got the 7 of Pentacles here, and it's talking about continuing to put in the fertilizer so that your plant and plan, right, can keep growing. I get a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of vibe from this as well, but also you've got 5 on one side and 2 on the other. I feel like you are so close to this happening. You're looking at the 5 that have not worked out, and I feel like you may have two options to actually choose from. And for once, you're going to be able to set your attraction meter to, do I care? Like, does this person match what I am asking for? Not does this person find me attractive, but do I find them attractive? It's actually going to be like the power back in your hands, and you're making it that way. Interesting. Take that how it resonates, but you are owed a beautiful love, and you are going to get it. But just stay in alignment of what you're attracting, and maybe do some I just heard some intimate manifestations for yourself. Okay, so if you don't know what that means, please look it up or ask someone in the comments. But there's a form of manifestation that you can do that obviously has a powerful crescendo, climax, right? Fireworks. Bring the fireworks into your life. Romanticize your own life, and the love that you are owed will follow. All right, let's take a look at money and career. You've got, I'm a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. It says you live in a pulsating, vibrating universe of advanced harmonics. Everything that exists in your air, in your dirt, in your water, and in your bodies is vibration in motion, and all of it is managed by the powerful law of attraction. There is nothing that exists outside of this vibrational nature, and as you learn to accept your vibrational nature and begin to consciously utilize your emotional vibrational indicators, you will gain conscious control of your personal creations and the outcomes of your life experience. Again, this is all about getting in alignment, getting in the right vibration. This is the Jerry and Esther Hicks deck of Law of Attraction. And if you've ever heard them speak about the vortex, you've got a lot of homework. Go and look that up as well, because this card is giving me like something that's coming into a vortex within your body, and it's like the third eye is moved into your heart. Oh, actually, that looks like your throat chakra right there. It's at that point where it's like not below her breastbone, but it's like above, so it's her throat chakra. I feel like there's something you need to speak about to get you in the right vibration, or to get you in the right vibration for what you've been asking for in career. and there's something that you're wanting to create and put into the world. And again, there's a waiting vibe. You're wanting the fireworks to come through in your career. You're wanting a result. You're wanting a particular outcome on a particular project, or you're waiting for your business to take off. The card is a 14, and in numerology, we break that down to a 5. It's definitely about change. There's a change that's waiting to happen. What is this change? What is pile number 1 owed in love and career? And I also saw the 5 of Wands. Okay. We have the 6 of Swords at the bottom. Okay, we've got the 8 of Wands. That came out next. The Queen of Wands. The 5 of Wands. The Devil. You're waiting for your passions have been really ignited of late with the 8 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I do feel like this might be a creative project, and this did talk about like co-creating with the universe and getting in vibrational alignment for those creations to actually like take flight. And with this 8 of Wands, the messages, and like I said, something about your voice, or putting your voice out there and putting out what needs to be said. It's definitely needing to come out quickly. You might be feeling like this opening in your throat chakra and this inner vision inside your throat chakra is really fired up, needing to speak quickly. But despite it being said quickly or put out into the universe quite quickly, you're coming from like a nice grounded place with that fiery energy. You actually have the I heard reasoning. You have the proof, I'm hearing as well. You have the proof. This may actually, okay, the word proof just kind of gave me the rest of this information here. There may have been something you've been battling in a codependent situation with someone, or a battling to gain a connection with someone. But the 5 of Wands and the Devil next to each other don't often talk about the best kind of vibe. So I do feel like there's something that needs to be resolved with this. And then with the 6 of Swords underneath, it does give me the indication that you're needing to, I'm hearing like shout what needs to be said, but you know that you can't shout. And so the cat is almost, this black cat in the Queen of Wands here is almost absorbing the like anger that you might feel within you at the moment. And the Queen of Wands instead, she's holding her sunflower. She's like, I hear like kill him with kindness. And I just feel like you're going to be quite diplomatic. There's almost a Queen of Swords vibe to this Queen of Wands, where she has a lot to say and a lot of passion behind her and a lot of proof, right? This feels like the receipts. And you know that you want to shout, but in fact, it hasn't really got you anywhere getting involved in petty arguments and not keeping your cool. So you're like, I just heard better the devil you know as well. You're coming from a place now, instead of having like a toxic communication about something in money and career, you're actually coming from a place where you want to walk away, you want to swim away, you want to paddle away from all of this argumentative energy, and you want to move into calmer waters. So it starts with you. You have to vibrate in this calm energy and speak like with your voice nice and calm. There's fireworks here involved in your money and career situation, because if you can handle this in a calm manner and temper, right? Oh, Temperance card, literally no way. The Emperor. So like, get your boss energy going on, and then you're going to be offered something in money. Like definitely. Okay, there's a lot here. If you can temper your fireworks, You can communicate from a place of wanting to remove yourself from the toxicity. And there's something about this card that I noticed the other day, and I can't not notice it anymore. When you really look at this, like if you squint your eyes, it's almost like they're trying to pitch a tent and they can't work together. Okay. So there's petty arguments, there's competition, there's a lot of friction in an attachment with someone else. And I feel like when you can release the anger, you'll release this toxic attachment. You might still be attached to the job or the money or the person in some way, but the attachment to the blockage that this friction has caused with the flow of money, right? The vibrational vortex, when you can get into that vortex, it just opens up to a flow. And that's like, so it's like a funnel, right? You've got to like unclog the funnel so that all the flow of abundance can come through to you. And I do feel like you're going to hit the water then. Like once you can stay calm, then it all rushes out, all the gunk rushes out of the bottom of the funnel, and you've got clear water to sail on then, and you can sail away from the toxicity. And that is when you can temper this situation, and she's tempering her water, she's tempering her cup, and this might have a lot to do with tempering your emotions that are welling up to want you to shout, but you're going to stay calm because you're going to sit in your boss energy, and you're going to be very like, I deserve this, I know what's owed to me here. And this might be an entrepreneurial situation or a dealing with a boss figure. But this person's seat is made of ice. So you've really got to sit on that throne of calm. You've also got to temper your ego too, I feel, with this devil here and the emperor here. Just put your ego in check for a sec so that you can kill them with kindness, so that you can head towards calmer waters where you know there's a fresh pentacle waiting for you, that you know there's an opportunity. And if you don't know, now you do know, right? Now you do know someone is coming through with a small offering that can turn into something that it can make you very, very happy, okay? And give you a lot of independence, I'm feeling, as well. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles under that as well. Really interesting. I feel like even there might be a relationship that comes out of after you do all of this. There might be a relationship that then equals something more fair for you. So take that as you will. Let's get some advice on this situation. Pile number 1, what is owed to them? The advice for for career, and money, career and money. What is the advice here? The humble advice. How can they continue to stay in a high vibration? What is the advice? To claim that which is owed to them. How do they generate more good karma for this situation? That's the ticket. Is you're generating good karma by not blowing up in someone's face. Productivity, Kent Pumpkin, the number 8, the moon, Cancer, scissors. Yeah, you're definitely cutting something away, but I'm also seeing that if you can remain productive, right? This 8 of Wands is really productive. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that needs to be said. If you can remain productive in your gathering of information, because the moon's here, so I feel like there are secrets in your gathering of information, you can remain balanced. And I also feel you can become lucky in cutting these things away. There's something lucky about this number 8 and cutting this baggage away so that you can have a fruitful harvest. Again, with that 7 of Pentacles, you can have a fruitful harvest. These pumpkins, they're going to get real big, right? And they're going to give you so many soups and scones and Halloween decorations, and like you're really going to be able to make hay while the sun shines. I heard you're going to be able to make hay while the sun shines. There's going to be so much fruit to pick as a result of this, if you can remain in your calm vibration. All right, this is good. All right, let's talk about life in general. With the tea tree here, I feel like there's a lot of energy, and there is some luck coming your way that is owed to you. There's luck that is owed to you, and the energy that is owed to you is something that comes from a really grounded place. It's fresh. I'm hearing like I'm smelling the tea tree, but I'm also hearing like walking in kind of soggier, marshy kind of like soil. And I feel like that's the position you've been in life for a while. With this situation and this situation, you feel like your boots have been kind of stuck in the mud a little bit. But from this mud grows a really thriving tea tree. And again, the same with the pumpkin. You can really create a lot of energy and produce a lot in your life by using the energy of the tea tree. The 11 is really giving me a good luck, a fated kind of result that could come from this in life. Something definitely is owed to you with your luck turning around. And there may be a commitment too, and commitments in both of these could be outcomes that if we extrapolate this situation, we could see commitment coming from both of those. Let's get some more information. What is owed to them in life? In pile number 1, what is owed? A bit more information. What is owed and what is coming? We want to know what's coming with this energy. What is coming with this energy that is owed to pile number 1? I heard joy. Does it spark joy? Yeah, you're definitely a lucky break where you can finally put the baggage to bed. You can put down those heavy ones and just have a break. You might actually need a reset in terms of a holiday, a vacation. I'm getting a vibe of like a move too, like a new house or renovations with that house. 3 of Pentacles. Hermit. Wow, okay, why is everything in reverse? Interesting. And Page of Pentacles coming out again. I'm hearing you it's about time I was gifted with it's about time I was gifted with a fresh start. I really feel holiday vibes here. So you're putting down the burdens. You're having some solo time, definitely. With the Hermit is in reverse, but the 3 of Pentacles talking about like normally collaborating and working together with someone. It's like, I just want to be alone. I don't want to have to answer my phone. The 2 of Wands here was on her phone. The High Priestess is on the laptop. I feel like you've been pulled in so many different directions, and you've had to, I feel like, answer to a lot of people that you didn't really want to be working with anyway. And so it's an end to this so that you can claim your energy back. I feel like your energy's been scattered and sent in a lot of different directions that you're almost like, well, I didn't freaking give permission for my energy to be drained in this way. And it's not what I planned for. Again, with the 11, it's not what I planned for. The Hermit, perhaps this has sent you in a position where it's made you really unsocial. It's made you shut out some of your friends. And this Hermit is actually closing the laptop. And I feel like this is the card that is giving me vacation vibes as well with the energy. It's like, I just want to get back out there. I want to, there might be a delay in feeling this joy and feeling the energy, but only like 4 months. 4 months. And I actually, or 4 weeks even. I feel like this is actually coming through in the new year. This Page of Pentacles is coming through in the new year. It's like, here's this token, right? There's a token presented to you. Look out for this opportunity. And it may be an opportunity to take a hike. And there's something very nature about this. It's like, I just want to shut myself away. A digital detox. If you're getting a holiday period over like a vacation time over the holiday period, take it. Right? Or this is also saying to you, you are owed holiday accruement, like with your job. Take the holiday. Take the time, because you're in need of this energy reset, and you're actually going to be so much more valuable to yourself. Like it's almost like putting the gas mask on yourself first. You've got to fill your cup first. You've got to fill your own cup before you can give your cup of emotion to anyone else. You're emotionally drained. You're mentally drained. You may even be feeling financially restrained, right? And even your passions are starting to not feel so passionate anymore. And you just need to take this break. Yeah. You need to regain your strength. Definitely. You need to regain your strength. And it is owed to you, and it is coming. You don't have to be left out in the cold for too much longer. What is the advice, the humble advice to get into the best alignment to attract this energy gift, this gift of energy? Someone might even be giving you a day spa voucher, and you really need to take it. It's going to reset you in more ways than one. Don't overlook it. Don't think of it as like something you would never do. I'm really feeling like you need to rebuild your strength. For pile number 1, how can they attract? Okay. Card 22, wisdom and the bay leaf. There's magic afoot, I'm feeling. There's magic afoot. There's also partnership afoot. Partnership in love and money. There's something that you might even learn on this vacation. You might pick up a book that is fiction, but is actually going to give you a lot of wisdom, that is actually going to connect you to your higher magical self. And this energy, these plants look similar, but the energy that you need to even pick up this book is coming. So stay... Actually, I feel like it's the other way around. You need to pick up this book even if you don't have the energy, and you will get the energy. Your passion will be reignited by something that you're reading in this book. It might even be, I talked about a spa before, it might even be you go there and you pick up the magazine as you're waiting, or there's like a face mask on and you read a book that is on the side table as you're waiting for something else. And it just gives you a trigger of hope. I really like bay leaves are often used in magic, and there's like they're often used in soups and stews, right? And that in itself, that cooking is a form of magic. It's a spell, because you're adding all the ingredients to make something that tastes incredible. But there's a strong sense of wisdom coming that's going to connect you, and there's 2-2, and I feel like it's love and money things. And didn't we say before that there's possibly a relationship coming that helps you to put you in a better financial state? And there's fireworks in that, and there's fireworks in this. I feel like the firework that is due to you in life is a spark of a new idea. It's the spark of a fresh realization. It's the spark of fresh hope. Okay, it says, I love being asked to identify plants, and I don't know which gives me more pleasure, to know what they are or to not know what they are. Yeah, how cool is that? It's like, I know what I know, but I know I don't know it all. And so this is giving you curiosity back. And this is why I wanted to do this reading anyway, is the topic is just a great curious question, so that you can... I keep hearing, like, before I did this in my meditation, it was, I want to know what next moves I need to take to attract and to become the person who achieves what I'm asking for, right? We've got to become the people that attracts this to us. And this is the wisdom to know that you don't know it all, and to actually get excited about whatever this next project is, and maybe feeling naive about it, or receiving this gift and feeling a bit trepidatious and nervous about it, but it's actually going to be something quite beautiful that refreshes you in so many ways. Wow, I love this for you. Pile number 1, please let me know if this resonated, if it was a cool topic. If you have any other cool topic ideas, please let me know as well. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 2, you chose the magnifying glass on the story dice, and this is your reading, all about what is owed to you. And if you skipped the introduction, the reason I'm doing this is I thought it was an interesting topic to start with, but then I felt called to give you some hope and to inspire that curiosity about, I guess, good karma and how to keep the flow of paying it forward, and that sense of paying it forward, and like what, almost like, why am I doing all of this? Because sometimes we can get so overwhelmed with the doing, and the last couple of years especially has been quite testing for a lot of us. And so I just wanted you to see in love, career, and life what is owed to you, and potentially where you can fill in some gaps and get some, we want to get some humble advice so that we can move forward in these areas of our life, knowing, but not having any expectations either. There's a contradiction here, right? It's not having too many expectations on what is owed to us, but becoming the people who get what we have asked for. Okay, so let's see. Our love card is the Bound card. Bound. The career and money card is I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. This is about your money story, the way it makes you feel. Yeah. And the life advice, or the life, what is owed to you card, is number 34, and it's Inala, loyalty. I actually really like this energy. This magnifying glass, though, with the story dice is really giving me like, you're wanting clarity, you're wanting truth, you're wanting to see the details, and I feel like you're also wanting to see. You're wanting to see. And you're wanting to see things come to life. You're wanting to see something tangible happen. You're wanting to see the ring, see the money, see the proof. Right? That's like, you're wanting to get real clear on something. You're wanting to magnify love, money, and life. You're wanting to give it expansion, right? There's this Jupiter expansion kind of feeling with that magnifying glass. Let's hone in on the love section for a minute. This Bound is really quite a passionate, almost like a darkly passionate energy here. You're wanting a commitment, I'm feeling. You're wanting to be bound to someone and bound to something, or you're wanting them to be bound to you, with this loyalty card coming up as well. And then even in the money sector, it's talking about your feelings towards money. So I'm feeling like you've got big feelings here, and they're rising from the depths of you, and it's calling you to expand, right? The magnifying glass is calling you to expand on what it would mean to be that into someone, or have someone be that into you that they're bound to you. It's like giving me like clip-on koala, but in like the best possible way, you know, like not a clingy energy, but it's like, I'm obsessed with you in the best, like you're wanting that. You're so sick of in and out energy, and so sick of surface level, I'm hearing, that you're wanting to give your love life some depth, and you're wanting someone to give that back to you. But possibly you're that kind of passion, like that kind of person with passion. You're potentially a Scorpio, I'm hearing too. Potentially a Scorpio. You've got a lot of love to give. And I'm thinking you're wanting some kind of commitment, or you're wanting to tie something up a bit more. Ooh. Where could you go with that? I was saying to pile number 1, my spirit guides they're feisty and they're funny, and yeah. Sometimes I question what comes up, and I have to hold my tongue to not say it out loud on YouTube. But that deck in particular is quite a saucy little deck anyway, so all right. let's get what is owed to pile number 2 in love. What is owed to pile number 2? All the cards. Okay, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Strength and Ace of Cups. Literally what I just said. Literally what I just said. I'm feeling like the instead of being bound to someone in toxic, burdensome ways of like, I just heard, and take this as it resonates, I just heard like in the kitchen. Instead of being like someone's slave to their every whim and their every need, and I feel like you've waited hand and foot on someone and not been able to, it's almost like your hands were tied because they were so busy. Your hands were tied and you couldn't see the love because you were so busy taking care of someone else or making sure that their burdens were less than, and it actually burdened you so heavily. And it's kept you in a wound up spot. It's these cards are exactly the bound energy, but in like the most toxic way, or in the most, I don't want to like make your situation, whatever it is, to be toxic. I don't want to label it toxic, but I just feel like you definitely are worn down and you'd rather get tied up in other ways. See what I mean? There's just like, you want that back, I'm hearing. Like you want someone to pay it forward to you, because I feel like you've really paid it forward to other people in relationships, and you've done the most. And you're no longer wanting to do that. You're wanting to take the blindfold off and actually see someone so that your hands can be out. You want to be in a receiving state so that your hands can be out and you can receive. You can receive this commitment. You can receive, there's something about a ring as well that just keeps coming forward. I feel like you've had a ring like this, right? It's been sitting at the halfway point on your finger, and that's like very metaphoric of the kind of relationships you've had so far. It's only been halfway and you're like, well, this is a two-way street. I want my cup overfloweth. Thank you very much. And the Strength card, she tames the beast, and take the energy, not the gender, but she tames the beast. And she's like, I need to step up and ask for what I want, and I need the strength to love myself enough, right? This overflowing cup of love is like loving myself enough to claim what is mine and what is owed to me. And what is owed to me is a deep, deep commitment. There's a depth to this. And you may also be wishing for an apology. An apology may be owed to you here as well. There's a new emotional start that is coming though. That is what's owed to you, and that is what's coming. You've had the strength to get through this testing time, and it's time for that cup that you've so willingly given, right? The palm is out. You've so willingly given to others so that you can receive, so that you can claim it. And there's something, even though this is a cup, like Ace of Cups, and it's the water that is overflowing, it's the emotional connection and commitment that you're asking for. It's the emotional payback, right? I do actually feel like it's got weight. I feel in my hand weight. So again, it gives me like a gift of some description coming to you. It's not just the emotion. You're also wanting, like whatever your love language is, I feel like you've done so much acts of service to someone, and possibly even the only thing you've been able to use is your voice. You've been building someone else up in affirmations, and it's time to build yourself up with the affirmations. And I think that whatever is coming is the gift of strength so that you can receive the next gift of emotional fulfillment coming, the next gift of emotional commitment that is coming. What is this gift? Six of Pentacles. Many gifts. It's something generous that you've been you've definitely been waiting for. And you might need to just ask for it. This is it. The strength to ask. The strength to assert yourself. This is what is owed to you. So you don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you don't deserve it. I know that you do, but like it's okay to take a break. It's okay to say to someone, you know what, I need something too. Because again, you've only got the half. We talked about the ring only being halfway. You can only see half of the Queen of Swords. There's a whole other side to you that you want to reveal, that you want to relish, and that you want to ignite. There's a passion that wants to be ignited, and there's a vibrancy to this card, even though it's dark and it's there's something deep about it. With this like jagged cross, it's like the paint strokes are free flowing. Like you want to let the beast out, right? And in love, it's like I want to unbind from the life burdens that we've just been going in the motions with, and actually get what I damn well want and need. Get what I damn well want and need. Whew. Good on you. There's I don't really know what words I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, but there's a awakening. There's a Kundalini Shakti. There's a sacral chakra awakening that is coming. There's a root chakra awakening that is coming, or that is like bubbling up to the surface in you, and that can be incredibly life-changing. Incredibly life-changing. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. You can go and read my blog on that if you want more information. Okay, pile number 2. What is their advice in order to attract this beautiful energy towards them that is owed to them? How can they attract it? You got 2. Let's take 2. We want that abundance, right? We've got emotion and refinement, card 4 and card 42. So 4 and 6. So talking about something with the home and the roots and this nurturing energy, you also want to be nurtured. And then again with service and duty and what you already do for other people, your daily routines. You want vitality coming back to you with when this breaks down to a 6, and we're talking about the 6th house. But you've got emotion with the cucumber, Cancer energy, and it kind of looks like incense, the moon. Then you've got refinement with Scorpio energy, this mortar and pestle, and the dahlia. You're wanting to be lavished is what I'm hearing. Like, lavish me, wait on me, indulge in me and with me. And there's something like that you with you giving to yourself, you're teaching others how to treat you. And I feel like you're due like this refinement, and this is something to do with beauty and this mixture. You might even try some home remedies to create face masks, right? And the cucumbers again. But you're wanting the beauty of your emotions to be expressed here. Let's take a look at the writing on the back. A flower falls even though we love it, and a weed grows even though we do not love it. So you're not kidding yourself here when you're asking for this, when you know that this is owed to you. You're not kidding yourself, because you know that there's life and death, and there's sex and death, and there's there's challenges and there's highs. And you know that you water to water the rose, to grow the rose, you also are watering the thorns. But you're asking for balance. You're asking for like equal. You're asking for a full and overflowing cup, rather than a cup like a glass half empty and a ring sitting on the end of your finger. And there's something like a cocktail-ish about these cucumbers, where you just want to play, you want to have fun, you want to Light some incense, clear the energy of your emotions, but tap deep into your emotions with that Cancer energy there and the Moon energy. You want to get into that darker place within yourself that is like a sexy kind of energy. There's a lot of emotion that wants to come out from you. On the back of this one, I cultivate my garden and my garden cultivates me. Yeah, this is about beauty for you. I feel like you're indulging in your own self-pleasure and you're in your own beautification and romanticizing your own life so that you can teach others how to treat you. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this is not just for people who are in a relationship and doing the most for someone. I feel like you're doing the most for other people, whether you're in a relationship or not. And it's just when you start to, and the whole kind of purpose of this reading is when you start to become the person that gets what you're asking for, you're in the right vibration to receive, okay? You want to magnify that love. That is beautiful. All right, so with career and money, we have this Cheralyn Esther Hicks law of attraction card, and it's talking about I'm becoming more aware of my feelings about money and the way they're looking at the money. And this almost looks like an inner child and the story that you've perhaps grown up with. You're tapping into your inner wisdom now, and your foresight and your hindsight is going, okay, now I can project a different story, right? This light that's shining out, I can project a different story now. Many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances as they want it to be, rather than as it is, because they believe that they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at lackful what is and speak of what is, you will not find the improvement that you desire. If you want to effect substantial change in your life experience, you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. This is about rewiring your brain to tell a different story about money. And they are right. People do get quite tight and rigid about changing their beliefs about money because it's always been that way. I grew up learning that money didn't grow on trees, is what I just heard. And so it's hard for people to change that story, but you change it with the story that you're telling yourself in your own mind, okay? And so what you're asking for here, or what you're owed for here, is you're owed a new story. And you're owed almost like give me a little bit of proof, universe, if I'm to believe this story, or give me the faith to believe this story. Because there's a sense of like, I'll believe it when I see it. But what needs to happen is I need to believe it to see it. Okay. So can we get some more information on this I said that last pile. Money and career situation that is owed to pile number 2, please, Spirit. Didn't we talk about sex and death? And look at that. Love and the death card. I love that all of, like, the pile 1 had this too. There was a knock-on effect. All right, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lovers and the Death card. All right, so the Pentacle energy is definitely here. The finances are definitely here. And you want to be sitting pretty. You want to be in a stable position. You've got your mind on your money and your money on your mind. You're coming from a good place. You're not going down rabbit holes and believing fairy tales, right? But you're coming from a good place. I feel like your mindset about money is definitely changing and is magnifying, right? With the magnifying glass, it is magnifying into something different. It's evolving into something different because you sat on your throne and decided to take charge of this situation and to focus on your coin and the way that you perceive your coin. You don't want to juggle things anymore. You don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul. You actually want to put the juggling balls down. And I'm hearing like passive. Let something become passive. So whether you're tapping into multiple different streams of income, because the Queen, it's almost like she doesn't have to do too much to get what she's asking for. And I do feel like this is the state of being that you want to step into, and it's owed to you that I feel you know this. I have a statement myself about this, where I feel like I was born to be wealthy. I was born to be successful because I have a lot of work to do, right? Because I have a lot of people to provide for, and I am a generous person. And I have this knowing that in order to do this great work, I need to be like generously rewarded for it. To be generous, I need to be generously abundant. But it starts with me, and it starts with my mindset. And I feel like you've decided this as well. And what is owed to you is for that to start taking shape. And it actually is. There's actually something where you're making a commitment to, I'm hearing, be reborn in your career, be reborn in this money story. And I'm hearing like putting the old story to bed, putting the old behind you. And you may have had situations where you've been successful before, but at a cost. You've been successful before. It took a lot out of you. You perhaps weren't in your entire queen energy. You were more in like a knave kind of energy, or a page kind of energy, where you were beginning, and this was like your learning curve, and this was how you were making all the mistakes to get to that successful point, but then it was all taken away from you. So I feel like either in a couple of times, you may have actually 2 times, you may have even been successful before, or you've reached a point that you wanted to reach before, but then it all came tumbling down, because this death card is really talking about death and rebirth. It's talking about something ending and then something beginning again. And you can see in the background that there's like a sun if you just walk through this archway, right? And even the like pansy kind of flower is talking about attraction. It's talking about things being attracted to you because you're waving the flag of being in the attraction energy, being in the right feeling to attract the state that attracts the abundance, and the sun is the abundance. The sun card in the tarot is like the most abundant, shiny, happy, amazing, happy family, like prosperous energy that you can be in, right? And so you're really walking to this rebirth. You're really plodding along to that, and there's a sense of surrender to it too. And I feel like you're okay with what has transgressed before, because you have this commitment to self. This Lover's card is a Gemini energy, and it's a mirroring energy. It's almost like shaking hands with yourself and going, here we go again, we're doing this, but this time at a higher level. This time we're in our queen energy, and we come from a nurturing place. We're not greedy. We come from a place of generosity. We come from a place of calm. It's, this time we might not be rushing. It's slow and steady. There's something about this horse that just gives me like a plod energy as well. There's something slow and steady about this. And this is divinely guided too. And in fact, you may even partner with someone to do it this time. You may partner with a lover, or it could be a friend, or it could just be partnering with the other side of yourself, the light and the dark, that is admitting that it's not greedy. I'm hearing it's not greedy to want to be successful because of the person that you are, the character that you are, and the character that you've developed in these lessons, okay? So what else are they owed in money? What else are they owed in money? Oh, I knew there was something else that needed like a question, and I thought that what is owed is too broad because it's the exact topic but this card, look at this card. Like there's something that is bringing you total emotional fulfillment because of the way you decide to feel. And when you decide to feel that way, you decide to act in a certain way. And those actions, and again, this does talk to me about a partnership with someone that is a rebirth of a situation, and perhaps it is the lover. If you've already got a lover over here and you're wanting things to get a bit more juiced up, this freshened connection and this new bound energy, it's like, well, why don't we work together? Why don't we work together in more ways than one? And what we can create is a lifetime of happiness. a lot of emotional fulfillment. All right, let's get some advice for pile number 2. And how can they attract this money towards them that is owed to them? Stop. I love this so much. You've got the beetroot, card 7, passion. And look at the red, like when you eat a beetroot, there's just all this red juice everywhere. Look, it's making a potion for you. And I feel like there's a bay leaf in there. There's a magic that is happening with this passion. And it may be being reignited with passion on a solo project here. There's an entrepreneurial vibe as well. There's a leadership vibe. But there's a passion being reignited, being reborn. And it's actually... but it also can come from this person that you're potentially working with. And that passion, with our passion combined, what we're creating is something so beautiful. And with the 7, I feel like it's giving you options. It's giving you, like I'm hearing window shopping and fruits of your labor will pay off. The fruits of your labor are definitely going to pay off, right? With this 10 of Cups energy, it's beautiful, happy, and family energy as well. And that might mean you don't have to have children and a partner, but it can mean like generational. When it's the 10 of Pentacles, it's like generational wealth. But I'm getting that anyway with that card, and we're talking about money. It's igniting the passion within you. That's what you need to focus on. Change the feeling and feel it deep within you and ignite it. Do things to celebrate. Do things to celebrate you staying in this aligned feeling about your new money story. And I would actually go so far as to write out your new money story and even write a paragraph of it each day and just be like, I'm so happy and fortunate for the life I am living right now, and describe the ideal day, right, around what you've created with your abundance. Until you, and celebrate it, like smile and fist pump and whatever you've got to do, like ignite that passion and have a sense of generosity. Like don't come from a stingy energy either. Be generous with your energy if you can't be generous with your money, because that's actually going to attract more to you with the like attracts like. All right, let's get on to the Anala card. This is about like general life, what is owed to you in life. And again, we've got the 7 with the 3 and the 4. And there's this sense of family with this loyalty card here. And it's like almost like a circle of friends, right? But I also can see this as like different sides of yourself and bringing in all the parts of your life to form a life wheel where you're loyal to you. And therefore you're attracting or magnifying more loyalty to you. So because you're loyal to you, you're attracting and magnifying more loyalty to you in other ways, in all ways of life. So what is this loyalty about? What is owed to pile number 2 in terms of loyalty? Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups. Clarity in give and take. And then we have the Hermit, the Star, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Moving on up, I just heard. Interesting energy. You've got the Queen of Pentacles over here and the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm feeling what is owed to you. I'm feeling what is owed to you is the chance for you to shine. And this loyalty card is like asking the universe for your turn. Your turn. And there's a loyalty here that's you're wanting reciprocation. You're wanting reciprocation, and you have asked for it. I think by this stage you have asked for it. I feel like this is actually a progress for you guys. I feel like when this gets sorted out, like I said at the beginning, there's a knock-on effect here. It's like when you sort this out, this sorts out, and then this sorts out. And so I feel like with the Queen of Swords, she came up before, and it's like I feel like at that point you've asked for reciprocity, you've asked for reciprocation, you've asked for equal give and take, and the guides have heard you, and they're starting to give that to you. And there's a sense of like wellness that comes from this. There's a sense of emotional balance within your physical body that comes from your emotions being balanced, that you've really been asking for. And it's almost like you're saying to the universe, like, or you have said, and this is what is coming, right? This is what is coming because it is owed to you. You've asked the universe for my turn, and then it starts to come in because you've been who you needed to be to get what you were asking for. And what with that comes a rest period. And perhaps you're someone who's in the spotlight. Perhaps you're someone who's always on the go. Perhaps you're someone who there's a digital detox coming through here, and that came through for another group. It's like the closing of the laptop, but also the star is often like put in on a pedestal or put in the spotlight or has a level of fame, but there's a healing energy here. It's in reverse, so I don't feel like it's completely no, you don't get your chance to heal, but I do feel like there may be just slightly a bit more work to do. And with the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is often talking about like a boss energy and getting things done, and the counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. I'm feeling like there's a release of some kind of burdens here of always being attached, always being available to everyone else, and always being in charge. And in fact, and this comes back to this bound energy that was kind of, I don't want to use the word toxic again. What is the word, Spirit? It was unfair. It was unfair. And this is saying you can take this break from always having your nose to the grindstone and always being the go-to person and always being the one needing to lead the way. I feel like there's someone else who's picking up their socks, right? Like they're pulling up their socks and they're meeting you halfway, right? To bring that into a full cup. That is as clear as I see it. There's nothing else that needs to be said about this. I really feel like this is a knock-on effect of you don't have to do it all anymore because you've asked for what you want and you're getting it. And you know that to be true. 100%. You've done the spiritual work, or by this stage, you've done the spiritual work. And through this unwinding of, some kind of Shakti energy coming down your spine, or up your spine, I should say, it's really igniting everything in your life to finally provide like you always knew that you should. Remember that story that we were talking about? It's like, I always knew that I should. And this story that you feel is going to bring about so much more abundance, not just in finances, but in how you live your life. And that's the loyalty of the universe saying, I got you. I've had you all along. Okay? All right. The advice, the humble advice for pile number 2, to claim all of this, and become more of the person, to stay in alignment, to ask for it, to get that which is owed to them so that they can keep providing their beautiful energy to the rest of the world. Happiness. What an amazing card to end on. 15, happiness. You've bottled up, right? You're putting if you could bottle your happiness as a result of all of this, I feel like you have to tap into what makes me happy here. What is making me happy? Because if I'm unhappy, I'm going to make the teller at the bank unhappy. I'm going to make the person I run into at the grocery store unhappy. You're very aware of how your energy is going to send out little vibrational frequencies all around you, no matter who you're dealing with, so that it can actually ricochet back. You're wanting to project happiness. And in fact, your advice is project happiness. Ground yourself before you walk out the door. Be grateful. Be grateful for everything that is coming your way, because this is beautiful, pile 2. And when you can bottle that happiness and carry it with you, like in your little heart, around your neck, like as a vial, right? This marajam, I can never say that word. And it's 6. 15 breaks down to 6. So it's that generosity of spirit that is going to bring you everything that you are owed. Let's read the back. My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece. This is a Claude Monet quote, actually. My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece. And if you ever go and look up some of his works, you'll understand that it took him longer to grow and harvest his garden than it did to paint it. And if he could win awards or be recognized for more than just his artworks, it would be his garden. And I have a saying, if you follow me on Instagram or even in a lot of my videos, I do mention it, that your art is your life, right? Your art is your life. So how do you want that canvas to look? Live a good story, right? Feel a good story. Become really passionate and engaged with something that lights your soul on fire. And then that light becomes a beacon for other people to find happiness in and around you and in and around their own lives. Stunning. Pile number 2, what is owed to you? Please let me know if this resonated below. If you want more readings like this, like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any other cool ideas, because I really, was curiously drawn to this one. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the rain cloud on the story dice, and this is your reading all about what is owed to you. And if you skipped the introduction of this video, I just want to reiterate again, this came from a place of being really curious. I guess we all get to a point in life where we're like, I'm losing hope, so I do want to know like what is owed to me, and then I want to know, well, how can I attract that to me quicker, but also like how can I become the person who's getting who gets what I've asked for, or what are the blockages that are in my way. And I really wanted to come at this from that sense of curiosity, but also to remember that we really can't have any expectations, and that we also do have free will to change things. But as long as we're coming from a place of knowing when to be compassionate and then knowing when to be assertive about certain things, we're not harming anyone in the process of getting what we want, okay? So if you can remember that as we get into it, we're going to cover love, career, and life. So your love card is the Rush card with this really vibrant reddish orange. Rush. There's a heat to that card with the purple there too. It's kind of giving me like a really strong flame that almost turns blue with purple. In the career and money card, we've got the subject of money is really 2 subjects. As above, so below. And it's effort and rest. It's rest and action. It's attraction and action. It's manifestation and action. Wow, there's a lot to this card. It's card 22, and this is from the Jerry and Esther Hicks Law of Attraction deck. So I'll show you that. How interesting is that? As above, so below, and it all comes back to your inner knowing, right? And then in the life card, we have the Bracken Fern and Irritation, card number 3. Giving me 3rd house energy of communication. And perhaps the communication being a bit prickly. Also have to do with like technology and early education. Something that is like needing to be learnt. Interesting. Okay, and with this rain cloud, I do feel like initially my reaction to this was like a big sigh of relief. So I feel like what is owed to you is almost like a rest day or a rest period. It's almost like you're needing some hydration onto the soil that has become quite barren of your existence or of your love, money, and life. There's just something that needs to be nourished, okay? Something that needs a rest and rejuvenation and to be nourished. So we'll keep that in mind, because that's definitely, these dice have definitely played a role in the deck, in the piles so far. Wow, I'm getting all tongue-tied. Okay, so this rush, let's talk about the love theme of what is owed to you. You're owed a bit of passion. You're owed a bit of you are owed a, I'm hearing like fools rush in, and it turned out really well, right? So fools they're not always fools if they're rushing in. I feel like you're owed a knowing when you know. That kind of feeling when you meet someone. You're owed a rush of the heart chakra. You're owed a knowing sense. And you're owed things to start moving. You've perhaps been waiting patiently, and your passion is actually built up so much that if it doesn't start to flow, like something's got to give. There's so many references to different movies. Like maybe you've been watching a lot of rom-coms, because what's that, reference number 3 to a romantic comedy? All right, pile number 3. What is owed to them in love? Answers. What is owed to pile number 3 in love? Thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Stability. A rest. 7 of Swords. 4 of Swords. 7 of Wands. A rest from the constant need to defend yourself in battle. And the World. Yeah, in reverse. I'm hearing coming home with that in reverse. Coming home. Okay. There's been secrets, or there's been something in the unknown, and that again hints towards the waiting energy that I was getting. And you are owed this rejuvenation. You're owed a decent night's sleep with a sense, okay, I get a sense that you are waiting for the answers to come through, so that you can stop being in such a defensive, draining energy. It's draining you. The defensive energy is really draining you. And you want to put that to bed. That seems to be a phrase that's alive and well today, but I think a lot of us need some decent sleep. You need to put this defensive energy to bed, literally and metaphorically, so that you can have the answers that you want about the stability that you're seeking. And so that you can come home to yourself, and you can come home to this love, knowing that it is safe, it is stable, and this is where this fool's rush in energy is kind of coming through, where it's like, I want my person and I to have a family. I want generational wealth. I want stability. I want a home. I want to share that home. I want enjoyment, celebration. I want to be opening my home to friends and family. I want the whole kit and caboodle, and I want it now. This is giving me like potentially of a certain age where you're just sick of all the secretive behavior of potential, like the dating world or the hookup world. You're sick of that, and you're at, like, this is spirit, okay? It's not me, but I do feel you. You're at that age where you're just like, I want to see things clearly. I want to move out of this dark night of like late night hookups or that culture, whether you're partaking in that or not. I feel like you want to move away from that energy that you may have been attracting and actually move into this stable, happy home life, so that you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. And you get a rush then from you're getting a rush then from very homely things. You're getting your rush in a different way. You're getting your perks. You're getting your, what's the word there, spirit? It's like you're getting your adrenaline rush in a different way. Instead of having to battle the outside world and fend off possible like inappropriate suitors that just cause you stress and fend off people that aren't in your vibration and aren't in alignment with what you're wanting, you're just wanting to get your kicks at home and with the family, and you'd rather Netflix and chill with someone than to be out here in the middle of the night with masks on, right? There's people in the moon energy here. They've got masks on, and there's like a demon coming out of the water here. It feels like late night drinking, you know, and you just want to bring it home. You want to bring it home. Like, bring the party back to my house in terms of, hey, person, take your mask off, come back to mine, let's make a home. Like, let's join forces and let's stabilize this. Let's make this something instead of this flitty kind of energy. I want my rush in a different way. That's really as simple as it is. I want my rush in a different way. Yeah. Please unbind me from this situation. I just heard that Weezer song, Come Undone. Well, it's called Undone. The sweater song. If you want to see me, if you, what does it say? If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread and walk away. That's what I'm getting with this. Pull this thread and walk away and I'll come undone. And it's like, you might be saying to this person, and I do feel like, let's see. Yeah, you've been through a really difficult phase and there's a rebirth coming. So I do feel like I sense that straight away with the two people in the moon card, that there is someone coming forward, or if you're already in a relationship, there's a transformation happening in that relationship, a rebirth, I should say, coming in that relationship that is going to pull on that thread of your sweater and leave you naked. And that's in the best possible way, because that's going to reveal your true desires, your true passions. And that true passion is a sense of stability. It's a sense of, I don't want to have this party anymore. I want like party with family and generations. I want to create a family. I want the two dogs and the picket fence and like take that how it resonates. But like, it's a sense of, I'm wanting to put down roots. And that's going to reveal my true self. That's going to make me less defensive. And I feel when this person comes in, if that person can provide that, if you can come to an agreement about, okay, let's put our defenses down and take a breath, we can rush into creating this, and all of these swords will just fall. Because look, they're just like, they're swords and they're in what looks like boggy kind of soil anyway. They're just going to fall over. Pull the thread, you'll get everything you want from me, because like, if you agree, like, I'm there. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're bound, feeling tied up, playing this role and wearing this mask of what other people think is a rush. And like, it may have been in the past for you, but now you want to come undone, and you want to like bring that naked self to a sense of stability. Interesting. Very different message, but I love it. What is the humble advice for pile number 3 to attract this towards them? Clarity and the carrot. Yeah, there's this eye is popping up again, and it's coming up in the money side of things as well. There's a wisdom that is coming to you, and I again, like, it does speak to me of like something being aged, but carrots grow very quickly. So I feel like even if you're not of an older generation wanting this because you're sick of this, you know, BS dating world, you could also be young but have like an old soul. And this wisdom is telling you, this is my clarity, this is my truth, this is exactly what I want, because carrots do grow quite quickly. And there's this rush where someone might a contradicting message, but well, not contradict, a sideline message is that people might actually be telling you not to rush in and not to, like, you've got forever to grow old with someone, like enjoy your youth, and you're like, no, this is actually what I want. So that's a very interesting message. And then you've got Virgo energy here, which is really like a grounding earth energy anyway. It's And the 1, I want to start again. I want this fresh page with someone. I want this opportunity, right? On the back, it says, when people will not weed their own minds, they are apt to be overrun by nettles. Exactly. If you don't get really clear on what you want and you let other people's opinions of what is rushing and what isn't, and you let other people's opinion of the kind of person that you're wanting and the kind of life that you're wanting to interfere with your harvest and your garden, like you're just going to overrun it with weeds, and it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to feed you, right? Beautiful. All right, let's get into the money side of things. The subject of money is really 2 subjects. This does tie into the love situation, I feel, because it's got 2-2 energy here. And that is like a partnership energy. It is things coming together. It is a divine, as above, so below, like the picture depicts. Really, as above, so below. It's a mind and a matter thing, okay? The subject of money is really 2 subjects. 1, money, plenty of money, and 2, absence of money, not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not having enough money. And the difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second holds it away. Yeah, you can't be saying, I want, because that is focusing on what you don't have. Instead, if you focus on, I have, you're bringing in that attitude of gratitude, and you're bringing in that mindset, right, of nourishing that which is not yet in the 3D, okay? You might feel it in your mind and your body, but you can't yet see it tangibly in the real world. And what you need to understand, and there's this illusion of people, again, raining on your parade here, of poo-pooing you about the way you think about this. And this subject of money is very personal. And it's okay for you to think differently. I'm getting that with the rush card as well. And just the carrot with the clarity. That message that lingers in from the love pile here is also lingering into the money section. You may be wanting to work with someone as well that you love. And they are saying, look, that's going to end badly. It might be a friend or a family member. And they're like, no, you don't mix business and pleasure. And you're like, well, no, because this is what I know to be true. What is this love? What is this career and money situation that is owed to pile number 3? And how is it coming in? What is owed to pile number 3 in money? What is owed to pile number 3 in money? What is owed to pile number 3 on the subject of money and career? Okay. Commitment. You're making a commitment to change your mind, to move away from the idea of wanting to the idea of I have, therefore I am, right? To bringing it into being. Okay. I'm going to say that's a blockage. All right, we've got the Star and the 8 of Wands. So 4 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the Star, the 8 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords in like a blockage position. All right, what we have here, again with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, there's a sense of home and there's a sense of commitment. There's also like angel numbers guiding the way here for you. You've got 22 and you've got 1111. Something is fated, something you know. And I think this is why this card is here for you, is because you know this inner light, this inner knowing is actually telling you, there you go, it's saying, yep, the little buzz there is saying, yeah, this is it. This is what I know to be true. I can't deny it. It's buzzing in my ear, right? This inner knowing, this third eye is really revealing to you, that the guides have your back for partnership and connection and for divine things to fall into place, that you are on the right path. And if you keep walking through this archway, there's a sense of coming home. There's a sense of being in the right place, right? And at the right place at the right time, because you're moving away from anything that's stressing you out. You're stepping into a period of belief. It's healing your money situation quickly. It's healing the way you tell people or talk about your own money, and also then how you tell the world about what you do, I feel, as well. There's a sense of a windfall coming in with this, and coming in quick. Like this is a quick energy, a quick moving communication, and this can often talk about fame and recognition as well as healing. But I feel like something is quickly coming in that can seem like a win. So take that how it resonates. But it's divinely guided. But I'm also seeing that you attracted this. This is what is owed to you because you have been thinking correctly. Okay. You have been working on your money mindset to a point of really bringing in that, like really utilizing that law of attraction. If you haven't heard anything from Jerry and Esther Hicks, go and research some of their money talks. And I do feel like there's the secret, right? The secret. That's also another like bit of homework for you. The secret is to think and you shall receive, to believe and you shall receive, to feel the feelings of becoming the kind of person that gets what they're asking for. And I feel like it's actually due to you. It's coming in really quick with this motorbike energy. It's coming in with a communication of a message of some sort. And I feel like this might even come from something online that actually gives you clout or fame or recognition or a reward or gift. Okay. And that's going to set your money story. It's going to give you validation for the belief that you have held up. You've upheld this belief for a while, and this nourishment of a rain cloud is like it's the rains are here, you know, like it's nourishing the drought. I'm feeling it's nourishing the drought. And this Knight of Swords in a blockage position, it's again this kind of rushing energy of communication. So the only thing I'm feeling with this is just not to rush around telling people what you've achieved too soon. Okay, I'm just feeling like maybe keep some of it to yourself, and that's it. Keep some of it to yourself. I feel like it's the right thing to do. There's something about this white horse. It's like you understand, you're tempted to tell the world about it, right? You're tempted to rush forward and tell the world about it. And you've got so much to say about this. It might be something that's close to your heart because you have had this like awakening experience within you. But the white horse is giving me like, okay, the right thing to do is just pause. Okay, there's just a pause. It's not saying don't say it at all. It's just saying maybe just be careful about the people that you do tell about this situation at the moment. What is that in regards to? Yeah, the Ace of Swords. There will come a time when the clarity or the answers will come through by themselves. It may need to be announced by someone else. So take that how it resonates. But there's people are watching you and they potentially don't have your best interests at heart as well with that information there. Let's get a advice card on pile 3's money situation here. An advice card on how I mean, you're going to enjoy this. This is going to be really nice. But how do we be this person? Okay. Spirit, we just want advice. We just want advice on this situation. Maybe where is it coming from? There's a sense of remaining humble too. We ask for humble advice with these cards, and it's just a sense of remaining a little bit humble. Because you don't want to come forward with the information. It's almost like compliments from someone else about us are usually better received than us standing on a soapbox and proclaiming what we are good at. There's that kind of energy around it. Wow. Success with the peppermint and the key. Libra energy, something being balanced, and 20. 20. Oh, I nearly blew the candle out with that big breath. Again, with the 2 energy, there's just a partnership that's going to be super successful. This is the key to setting everything in motion. I feel like the peppermint really like freshens up everything in your life. Okay, so that is your humble advice here. Is success is on its way. You have the key. Just stay balanced with this. And this could also have to do with not overspending. It's almost like putting a lock on the vault and just pausing for a second. One of the most delightful things about a garden is the anticipation it provides. I mean, get excited. Yeah, get excited. This nourishment is definitely coming, and this plant is going to be very, very fruitful for you. This peppermint plant is growing to success. All right, let's get some information on this bracken fern. The irritation, where one plant is like can be used in a variety of cocktails and salads and can really add a certain flavor to a meal. This plant is going to leave you itchy. Okay, so what is this about? And what is owed to pile number 3 in life in general? What is owed to pile number 3 in life in general? Thank you. I like 10 of Cups. Okay, emotional happiness, fulfillment, victory, feeling like you're in your coin and feeling amazing, and also just protecting that a little bit. This is what is owed to you, and it's been irritating you. And this bracken fern gives me that cracked, dry soil that I was getting, that drought kind of soil. And there's something, again, like I said at the beginning, something to do with perception, with communication, how you're perceived. Communication and technology is that 3rd house energy that's coming through. Things like you have been getting messages, or you have been getting word of things not going to plan, but what is owed is what is coming. What is owed is what is coming. The 10 of Cups is ultimate happiness, emotional fulfillment, family, partnership, like everything's coming up, rainbows. The 6 of Wands is really like moving towards that victory, having your success lap. And the King of Pentacles is sitting pretty, right? The King of Pentacles is happy in his coin. This is a man holding a coin. And he is like, I am content. Thank you very much. You know, I've got enough. I've got enough. And I'm not even egotistical about it. He's chill about it, right? He's looking at his coin and he's been like, I got it. I got the emotional fulfillment. I've had the victory. I've got the coin at my disposal. I can be generous. I can be warm about this. I do have to protect it. And that can feel like a bit of an irritation. But I really feel like the irritation is going to get its drought broken. And there's going to be a flood, in the best possible sense, of things going right. And yes, you will still have to protect what is yours, but what a problem to have. Do you know what I mean? It's like what is owed to you is that these lessons and these lessons of life have gotten you to this point where you now get what you're asking for. So it's a small price to pay to be asked to then use of it wisely, okay? And to then step out from behind the barriers, right? Because the 8 of Wands is that message that comes through, whereas the 8 of Wands is that message that comes through quickly. And so once this message comes through of this win or this windfall or this success, then it does kind of frighten you a little bit. It does kind of put you in a bit of a state of, oh, I could lose it. But what you're being asked here is to remain in this state of appreciation for what you have. Appreciate the rain because it's nourishing everything. Okay, appreciate all the lessons that got you to this point, and then appreciate the lessons that will get you to the next point. With this Nine of Wands, it's like there's a higher level problem that comes from this, but it's not like there's a problem, because this is also good, but it does, with this amount of responsibility, with this amount of windfall comes a different kind of responsibility, and you're ready for this nourishment, but you're also ready for the next, the next lessons. That is what the Nine of Wands is really giving me here. I think we've got enough information there. Let's get some advice overall for pile number 3. Bringing this in and paying it forward and being in a state of receivership for this. Transition, cauliflower. You've got a half melted candle here. It looks like a ritual candle. The moon, Cancer energy, and 11. 100%. This is so fated. This is so abundant, right? The cauliflowers are huge. They're relatively cheap. They're a root vegetable. Like, this is grounded, good, fulfilling, like nourishing happiness. And it's going to give you that emotional fulfillment. It's going to shed light on everything that was in the dark before, right? With the moon card coming up again and the Cancer, it's deep emotional fulfillment. It's deep clarity. You've done the abundance manifestations. You've done the abundance rituals. You've changed your mindset. You've acted in accordance to what is in your heart and what you want to rush towards. I feel like there's a rush of energy coming towards you. And with all this rain, it's like a flood of transitional energy that is coming your way. A flood of abundance that is coming your way. And it's fated, okay? With the 11 at the top here, this is definitely fated. When the flower blooms, the bees become uninvited. Yeah, I feel like this is the ultimate, you did the work and here's the reward. You don't need to keep turning up anymore. You don't need to keep turning up anymore. But you still do, but the flower has bloomed. So it's like, new project, next thing. The bees become uninvited, and there's a sense of irritation, right? If the bee is like, if you're trying to pick a flower, as much as we love the bees, and we're so grateful for the bees, we love you bees, do more, stay around, we need you. The world needs what you've got. There's a sense of irritation that does come from like a buzzing bee sound when you're trying to pick a flower. But when the flower blooms, hey bees, it's all good. We don't need that irritation anymore. There's a real sense of victory. There's a real sense of fated success that is coming your way because it's owed to you. You just now need to act in accordance, right? Act in accordance with what you feel called to do. Move in the ways you need to move. Set your mindset in the way you need to. And you have all of this within you for this beautiful transition into your new stage, your new phase of life. This is an up-leveling in every possible way, pile 3. I feel like saying congratulations, get ready. It's exciting. Please let me know if this resonates or how you want to claim this. Let me know how you want to claim this in the comments below. And if you have any other cool ideas, I feel like this was a really different kind of reading. If you have any other cool ideas, please let me know as well. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was inspiring. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.